What up, LA Live gang? This is your boy AC, and I'm a little bit late, but better late than never. Welcome to another edition, special Sunday edition of LA Sports Live. It's going to be a short one, guys, but I ran across an article. It was actually yesterday. It's talking about Anthony Davis, and as you guys know, he's a big gamer. So there's stories that started to come out, man, that he said while he's gaming, he streams. While he's gaming, he streams on Twitch. So a lot of people, I guess, following him there or whatever. I need to check that out. But anyway, um, make a long story short, he mentioned that he had not picked up a basketball. He hadn't shot a basketball since April. And so what is today? This is June. So April, May, June. So Anthony Davis pretty much admitted that he hasn't really done too much. Now we've seen videos of him working out here and there, very sparingly. We see him doing videos very sparingly. Salute to everybody in the chat. Every once in a while he'll post. Every once in a while he'll post a little workout video, but that's just not his thing. He's not the type of guy. He's kind of like the exact opposite of LeBron. LeBron is a basketball junkie. LeBron is a workout junkie. LeBron is a weightlifting junkie. Anthony Davis, honestly, when you look at him and when you watch the videos, um, the few and far in between videos that he does post of lifting, of working out, lifting weights or whatever, he really he doesn't really appear to be enjoying it. And then if you look at his body, now I know everybody's not going to be excuse me, everybody's not going to be Carl Malone. Carl Malone's rocked up. Everybody's not going to be Giannis. Giannis, is a freak. But Anthony Davis, he just kind of just looks like, you know. And now I'm starting to kind of get the feeling and get the vibe that Anthony Davis doesn't really love basketball. Uh, and if he doesn't really love basketball, he most definitely doesn't really love the hard work, the training, the dedication that's needed to be, at the top of the league, to be the best players in the league. How many of you guys in the chat, and I know I'm not the only one, but how many of you guys in the chat believe that, or are you of the opinion that, we saw bubble Anthony Davis? He was damn near unstoppable. He did have a little knick-knack injuries there, here and there, but he played very well. He had a chance to be actually the Finals MVP, but LeBron went on here and took care of that. But and I didn't say that the Lakers were trading him. I don't think they'll trade him. But first, well, let me stick to my plan. We saw bubble AD. I guess that was arguably the best AD we seen him as an LA Laker. Pretty much unstoppable. But I think we'll all agree that since the bubble, we've only really seen a real dominant um, AD like that. On a few, on a few occasions. Certainly, he's had some great games, some great 30, 40, 50 point games. Since then, it's been a couple years since the bubble, but we haven't really seen a real hungry, dominant Anthony Davis. Only like, and if we have seen, it's only been quick little flashes, a couple games here and there. But we haven't really seen it for an extended amount of time outside the bubble. And then when you hear him say publicly that he hasn't touched the basketball since April, well, which when I guess when it was the last game that um yeah, nigga sitting up there eating crawfish, talk about he ain't touched the basketball since April, and it's kind of like, how is it? I just don't get it, and it's got to irritate LeBron because we see what LeBron does. LeBron, they lose. He's mad. He watches the playoffs. He goes on vacation. We saw him LeBron all around the world on vacation. But as soon as he comes back home, we see LeBron posting workout videos, gym videos. We see LeBron posting videos of him pulling up to Laker headquarters 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And the only video that we see of Anthony Davis, this sorry ass nigga eating crawfish and damn near openly bragging about uh he hasn't touched a basketball since April. Man, that is not a good look. And let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. Some of you guys in here think, let me see. Now, who? New Swami, 831. Lakers are not trading AD. Okay. Now, I didn't say that they was going to trade AD. I think the title was, should they consider it? I think, something along those lines. But let me tell you something. If the Lakers and LeBron has another good season, and at 38 years old, if LeBron openly has a better season than Anthony Davis, if he has a season where he drastically outperforms Anthony Davis, I don't give a damn about what none of you guys say. The Lakers are going to take a serious look at Anthony Davis, question his question his manhood, question his heart, and question his dedication to the game. And nobody's above being traded. Not even Anthony Davis. Nobody's above being traded. The Lakers have proven time and time again that the Lakers are proven time and time. I mean, the Lakers are no strangers to trading superstar players. Need I remind you, Swami, Sammy, or whatever? Need I remind you that the Lakers traded probably one of the top 10 players of all time, Shaquille O'Neal, and they had no problems doing it. Even after Shaquille O'Neal had secured 3 championships for the LA Lakers, they trade his ass to Miami. What was it? Lamar Odom, Brian Grant, and a draft pick that I believe turned out to be Caron Butler. I think something along those lines. So to have the attitude or to think that Anthony Davis is a superstar player and he's above reproach, and then he can't be traded, that would be a mistake. That you would be wrong to think that they would never consider trading Anthony Davis. Now, this situation is a little bit different. When Shaq got traded, the Lakers knew they had a legit star, Kobe Bryant. Took time for things to work out, but they knew they had a legit star in Kobe Bryant. So yeah, this team might be in with LeBron, coming towards the end of his career. Yeah, they would be a lot more hesitant to trade Anthony Davis. But let me tell you something. If the right deal came along and it favored where has Anthony Davis displayed the attitude and the character to lead anybody anywhere? I don't mind these guys. Look, I don't mind these guys taking a break, taking time off. 2 or 3. That's their thing. That's their prerogative, man. But it's just the body language, the attitude, the way he says it, and he just says it matter of factly, and like almost like bragging about it, and almost kind of like, yeah, it's been 2 months, and it might be 2 more months before I touch it. I'm like, after you got your ass kicked, Lakers got drug around, didn't make the playoffs, didn't make the plan, nothing. You missed half the season, nigga. You missed half the season for the second season in a row, nigga. You should be refreshed. The hell you need all this time for? You you dusty. You rusty. You need to be in the gym putting in work. You sitting here collecting all that money and miss half the season, the last 2 seasons, and then when this offseason come, you bragging about you ain't touched a basketball in 2 months. That's some fucking bullshit. Some fucking bullshit, in my opinion. And I don't I don't think that's I don't think that's the Laker way. I don't think that's an earmark of a franchise player, a max player, a team that people are looking to help the team lead them to the championship. The Lakers got embarrassed last season. Maybe it didn't bother you because your ass wasn't there half the time. But that was an embarrassment. That season, last season, was an embarrassment for the Lakers. And this nigga sitting here talking about, I haven't, I haven't touched the basketball in a couple months. I'm just gonna sit here and suck on these crawdads or whatever that shit was. That's some fucking bullshit, man. Man, you guys can call it what you want it, and I don't have no problem with AD. But look, we 2 years removed from that championship. We're a long time removed from that championship. The NBA has done crowned 2 champions. Have they? Something like that. Yeah, the Bucks won the championship, and whoever's going to win the championship this year. So we're a long ways removed from that. Um, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just I've just gotten the feeling and gotten the vibe that AD he's straight. He think he's straight. He's got a championship. They won a championship in the bubble. Blah 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 blah. That banner will forever hang at crypto. Um, they got the trophy at Lakers headquarters in El Segundo, and he thinks he's cool. He thinks he's straight. But like I said, man, if a Hall of Fame player like Anthony Davis can be, excuse me, like Shaquille O'Neal can be traded, a player that was as dominant as Shaquille O'Neal was traded, um, a player like Shaquille O'Neal who was just dominant and unstoppable, a player like Shaquille O'Neal who used to make niggas cry because they were so frustrated playing against him because they couldn't stop him, they couldn't do nothing against him. If he can be traded, you best believe, you best believe, um, Anthony Davis can be traded now. Yeah, guys, I've heard about those those Cleveland rumors involving Colin Sexton, and I don't know. Look, I don't know how good of a player you guys think he is, man. I mean, he's not no world beater to me, and um, he's on the last year of that rookie deal, and I know like GTM is saying in there, or who said that? Oh, Octavius. I know Cleveland, they love Garland. That's their guy. They already had Colin Sexton, and then they traded. I mean, excuse me. Then they drafted another point guard, and another young guard. And I think Garland's working out a little bit better. But so ultimately, I think they favor Garland over Sexton, and then that's why there's been so many rumors about Sexton being available. Kobe didn't get Shaq traded. Shaq got his own big ass traded because he wanted more money, and then he went public and talked trash about Jerry Buss, and Jerry Buss said, "Fuck you, get on," and that's what happened. So it had nothing to do with Kobe. Anyway, um, Anthony Davis, man, I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what the issue is. But I'm sure I ain't the only one that kind of gets this vibe from this dude that he's just not that serious. He's not the one. He'll never be the number one option on the championship team. I just don't get it. See, look, look. Thank you, Octavius. You remember Shaq acting a fool, slam dunk and running down the court, yelling at Dr. Bus, talking about pay me, pay me, pay me. And Dr. Bus said, I done paid you enough. Your ass is old now. Get on. Yeah, exactly, man. Shaq was for the most part was done. When he left the Lakers, he had another year and a half, 2 good years left, and that was it. He was done. He was done. So Dr. Bus knew it. Dr. Bus been around in the game a long time, and he knows he knows when it's time to make deals and when it's time not to make deals. He knew Shaq was past his prime. He didn't want to lock in with Shaq with over $200 million for 5 years when he knew Shaq would not be effective. Shaq is not the same as Kareem. Okay, Kareem played 20 years. There's no way in hell Shaq could play 20 effective years. Now Kareem, even though he played 20 years and his last years, they were kind of tempered because they had Magic and Worthy and Coop and Scott and all those other guys. But make no mistake about it, on those last championship runs, the Lakers versus Boston, even though Kareem was old, when the Lakers back were against the wall and they needed a big game from Cap, he dropped into 30. He could drop a 30 piece. He could do it. Those later years of Shaq's career, he was this disgrace. And Shaq will say it. Shaq will tell you if you ask Shaq, hey man, what's up? What happened to you in Cleveland? If you ask Shaq, hey man, what the hell was you looking like in Boston? Shaq, when he was with Cleveland and when he was with Boston, trash. Just like who said that? Octavius. That nigga had to be every bit of 390. Nigga was fat. So anyway, um, the Lakers ain't gonna let this thing with Anthony Davis get to that point. If they see or if they feel Anthony Davis is not serious, he's not committed to the Lakers, he's not committed to the basketball, I believe they'll trade his ass if they get the right deal. You know, that's just the bottom line. I don't know what you guys think about it. But anyway, so I was talking about that Colin Sexton. So my thing about the Colin Sexton, yeah, all these things about Shaq, we know it was monkey business. Now, see this stuff here with Anthony Davis is monkey business too. This nigga, he don't like to work out. He don't enjoy working out. He tried to do something last off season. Somebody gave him the bright idea with somebody gave AD with the bright idea of putting on more weight, but he wasn't necessarily more muscular. I repeat, Anthony Davis put on more weight last off season, but he wasn't extremely muscular. Um, but that extra weight didn't help him. That extra weight did not. That extra weight that Anthony Davis put on last off season, it didn't help. Matter of fact, I think it hindered him. If Anthony Davis wants to put on some more weight, it needs to be, muscle packed on so he can get stronger and not get punked. But anyway, man, I ain't about to go on a long rant all day, man. Um, it's just my opinion about Anthony Davis. As people like to say, as my kids like to say, this nigga is sus. Him, his actions, all his stuff that he said, is suspect. It's not. Those are not words of a championship player. Those are not the comments of. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm making too much of it. But I just don't get how you've missed half the season, the last 2 seasons. The Lakers, the Lakers, you missed half of the last 2 seasons. The Lakers, look, the Lakers were embarrassed on national TV many a times last season. Many a times last season. It was a joke. The Lakers became the butt of jokes many times last season. They were on national TV every other damn day, and every other damn day you turn around, they was getting embarrassed. And so this nigga sits up here talking about, oh well, this is the off season, this is the summer, and I'm gonna just sit up here and suck on some crawfish, and I'll think about playing some basketball, June, July or August. That's when I'll ramp things back up. July or August. Man, get the hell out of here, AD, man. You on the clock. We're gonna be watching you, man. Like I said before, man, your actions and some of the things you've been saying is nah. I don't think I'm taking it the wrong way, bro. It ain't just about okay, yeah, no. Hey, it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes like you say, and everybody says flex on the gram and all that other kind of shit. I understand that. I understand that. I don't see Giannis um flexing on the gram a whole lot. But make no mistake about it, he's a stone cold killer now. I don't see KD flexing on the gram a whole lot at all. But when it's time to suit him up, you can't question his how much he's putting into the game. Same thing with Kyrie. Um, So yeah, it might not be in his character to be flossing and be on Instagram and all that other kind of stuff, bro. But when you do come out and do something, when you do come out and say something, nigga, say the right thing. You out here sound like that old dumbass Russ talking about if we win the chance, if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. Nobody, Laker fans don't want to hear that shit. Laker fans do not want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. And I don't want to hear no shit from Anthony Davis talking about I haven't shot or I ain't thought about no basketball in a few months, and we sitting here paying your monkey ass max money. Now, for role players, they want to take some time off and they want to remove themselves to the game and all this other kind of stuff, man, whatever. But look, don't let fucking don't let fucking Stanley Johnson outwork you. Stanley Johnson been at the goddamn Lakers headquarters damn near every day. Don't let Austin Reeves outwork you. Austin Reeves been at the Lakers headquarters all damn summer. William Gabriel been at the Lakers headquarters all damn summer since they got embarrassed and put out. They've been out there working out separately, been out there working out together. And you talking about, man, how the fuck does that look? You talking about I ain't picked up no basketball in a couple months. And these niggas at the joint. You need to have your big slow ass up there with them. Westbrook. You asking me about Westbrook? This is my opinion on Westbrook. If the Lakers don't get a good deal, well, some team doesn't try to screw them over. The Lakers have made it perfectly clear they're not going to give up any draft picks to trade Russ unless it's for a top notch player. And I firmly believe in what the Lakers are saying. They're not gonna give up any more any first round picks to get rid of Russ. For subpar pieces. But if they find a decent deal and it's a win for the Lakers, I think they will definitely trade Russ. And like I said, if it's for like a top notch quality player, which doesn't seem very likely, but if it is for a top notch player, a fringe all star type player, they probably will consider giving up a draft pick. But my overall opinion on Russ, um, it would be a slight, it would be a slight of interest to me, a little bit of interest to see them run it back because with this being Russ's last year, you got to believe that he's going to put in a little bit more effort than he did last season. Last season, he's just like, okay, well, I know I got another season to, or whatever. But with the Lakers under a new head coach And with this is Russ's last year. This is Russ's last year. He's in LA. I know he definitely wants to continue his career. I know he probably wants to play another 2 or 3 years. And so, hey, this is a contract year. So I think he's probably going to give a little bit better effort. And he probably, I don't know, will be a little bit better of a team player. So, if the Lakers can't get a good deal, I guess they will keep him. And if it still doesn't work out next season, halfway through the season as trade deadline, then they will be able to get a decent trade for him. I'm fairly certain of that. But my overall feeling on Russ, man, it was just not a good fit. It just wasn't a good fit. You had too many ball dominant players. I just never did see how it was going to work. And I can't blame it all on Russ. Look, this is a thing. I never did see how it was going to work. To me, if it would, didn't see Russ playing off the ball. So my thinking was, and when I was on here with my main man Marcel from Lakers Over Everything, you guys make sure if you like Lakers content, go check out Lakers Over Everything. Um, I said, look, if they're gonna have Russ as the point guard, let him be the point guard. Let him be the point guard. But I think what happened is, as the season went by, things didn't start off well. You just saw LeBron, when he was here, more and more on the ball. That messed with Russ's confidence. It was a brand new team. Russ had questionable talent around him. I'm not making excuses, but me personally, I just never did think it was a good idea. Period. But if the Lakers decide to keep him, I'm if the Lakers had if the Lakers well if the Lakers bring back the big three, and then we have our few young players, we have our Stanley Johnson, we have our Austin Reeves, we may or may not have Monk back, we have Wing Gabriel, and we have one or two of those guys that played like Mason, that played pretty well from the G League, and then you have a couple. You signed a couple other free agents or whatever. I just think if LeBron and AD are relatively healthy, and you have Russ, I have no doubt they will be better. I have no doubt that they will be better, man. But me personally, I just really think they need to move on from Russ. Try to get 2 or 3 quality players for him, and then try to get 2 or 3 quality players for him. Get some more young, quality, defensive minded players, some wings in here, and then and go ahead and run it back. But Russ, nah, that when I heard artists talk about trading for Russ last year or whatever, I just wasn't a fan of it at all. But once the Lakers decided to go in that direction, I didn't have no choice but to support it. But I really wasn't. I really wasn't feeling it. I just really wasn't feeling it. You know what? Honestly, you know what I thought? I thought because it's clear as day, right? That that's not a good fit. LeBron and Russell Westbrook. I mean, I don't know. It's just I didn't think it was a good idea. But I figured. I said LeBron. He has a trick up his sleeve. This can't be LeBron's end game. LeBron, AD, and Russ. After the Lakers beat the shit out of after the Lakers beat the shit out of Russ and the Rockets in the bubble. I said, I don't think this is LeBron's end game. So I kind of was like, okay, LeBron has something up his sleeve. Um, I don't think that he really thinks he can win with Russ. Um, Sometime during the season or even at the trade deadline, LeBron and Rich Paul, they'll get the Lakers to pull a mastermind trade and trade Russ and somehow get a decent player in here that would fit. That's what I thought was going to happen. I never thought the end game was going to be Russ, AD, and LeBron. I just thought LeBron. I thought LeBron was using Russ to bring somebody else in here. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, man. But anyway, that's my thoughts on things, man. It's been kind of slow. I've been working on other stuff, man. But as we get more news with the Lakers, I'll definitely get back with you guys. Definitely will check in with you guys. Salute to everybody who came um, through the stream. GTM, salute. New Swami 831, salute. Thanks for coming through. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Another Laker junkie, Octavius. Uh, salute. Thanks for coming through. Who else came through? Hood TMZ always comes by and says what's up. Well, salute to Hood TMZ. And Reg Dog came through, and a couple others, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next couple weeks, man. I guess maybe this week. Maybe this week coming up, we might get some more information on Darvin Ham's coaching staff. So we'll talk about that. And also, um, when we get towards the end of the month, um, it'll be the draft. So at this point, the Lakers don't have any draft picks, but I think they have some money. And they've done this in the past, so the Lakers are definitely interested in buying at least one, possibly two second round picks. I think they have a little between 4 and 5 million, so that there may not be no high second round picks, but um, that might be enough money to get one or two second round picks. And the Lakers have been working all these players out, so they're not doing it for no reason. They're bringing all these kids in here. They're looking for something specific, looking for players. I think what they're doing is they're looking for players who can possibly and come in who can contribute right now. So if they do go ahead and acquire a second round pick, um, I think it's going to be, it's not going to be no freshman or any a 1 year college player or anything like that. Nah, it's going to be experienced, at least a 3, possibly even a 4 year player. More than likely a big. That's what I think. Who they think can come in and can contribute right away because we do need to get a good decent young big man to go in there and do some of the heavy lifting down low because we know Mr. Glass, he don't like those type of things. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here, guys. Thanks for coming through. It's your boy AC, LA Sports Live. I will rap with y'all later.